Hey fellow patriots, Bravo Echo here from Hope for Survival. I wanted to stop by and drop a quick YouTube video to talk to you about hardening your personal armor. What I'm talking about, it is time for, in my judgment, and based on past experience in third world countries and monitoring events unfold, and from monitoring things that are ongoing in America today. It is time for everyone to, as they say back home, pull up your spenders or put on your big girl underwear and making sure you're prepared. It boils down to that. It's pretty simply put. Um, a lot of the trends that we watch are changing and not for the better. Economics, debt, employment. Thousands of people are losing their jobs, which means they're going to be dependent upon an unemployment system if they can draw, and if they can't, then they're going to be in desperation. Um, the supply chain is broken. If you have been watching, you see the cargo vessels lined up in the Pacific, the Atlantic, and the Gulf. CEOs of major corporations have spoken out and said basically the shelves are going to be fairly empty come Christmas. So I'm not focused on Christmas and the gifts, but those resources are out on those vessels, or they're not even being produced because warehouses and manufacturers are shut down. And much of the goods in America comes from the Pacific region or south of the border. So my question to you is, have you been running your checklist and checking all your resources? Do you have enough food and water right now to sustain a minimum of 6 months, and preferably a year or more? Do you have enough food, if needed, that you can go through 2 growing seasons with heirloom seeds to grow food? Have you been growing food? Do you know how to grow food? Um, a lot of folks have seeds, but they've never grown anything other than maybe some penicillin and molded cheese, or another ingredient maybe kept in their fridge too long. I'm not saying these things to be rude. I'm just being honest. I know that many folks spend hours a day watching videos, and watching videos is not preparing you. It may educate you, but if you don't go out and check what you have, make sure it's still good, make sure it's functional, and know how to use it, you're not going to have time if things start going from where they're at today to bad. Um, how are things coming in your 5 mile radius? You may not have a team, but do you at least know your neighbors? Do you know who around you is going to be beating on your door wanting help or looking for help because they can't feed their children? Do you even give these things thought? That's the question you need to be asking yourself. I know that many venues have been pointing in this direction. They've been offering information to you. Here at Hope for Survival, we have been focused on helping you get prepared: food, water, communications, things of that nature, how to build plans. And my question is, have you been following up on these things? We've talked about building your 5 mile radius for a year now. How to go about it. We've built checklists for you. Are you using them? Um, we can only do so much to help get you prepared, but it comes down to the leader of the household. I wrote about it in last week's Patriot Express newsletter, number 128. There has to be a leader. It can be male or female, but someone needs to take charge and start following through with these actions. I know some folks may be on a tight budget with limited resources to procure items. We suggested months ago when we predicted the escalating prices that you were going to see in food, and they're there now. Have you gone out to any stores and noticed the shelves are getting emptier? The trucks aren't bringing supplies. Even if the store shelves look stocked, look behind what's on the front row, because in most places they're empty. But if you're on a limited budget, you need to cut corners. You can get 50-pound bags of rice, 50-pound bags of beans, get some spices. Add to your resources as you can. But you got to do something, because when the time comes and folks realize desperation has arrived, it's going to be too late, because now you're going to have to contend with the 95% of the population who is out there losing their minds because they either don't have money or else they can't find resources to buy to feed their families. We've talked about this from day one at Hope for Survival. You need to be prepared, have what you need, and when that day arrives, you need to separate yourself and get away from those who may possibly be a threat to you, want to hurt you, want to take what you buy out in the parking lot. You want to get away from it. And if you're not preparing, that it's going to be too late for you. My friends down at Carolina Ready Supply, they've been talking and sharing information in our weekly Zoom meetings. How now when they place orders for dried goods, dehydrated, freeze-dried items, it's now a 45-day minimum to get those supplies in. So as the shelves dwindle, the resources are not backfilling. So your access to get long-term resources is running out, if it's not already out. So I hope it's not you. But if it is you, you need to turn up your motivation meter and get with it, because when it comes down to it, it's going to be on you. And you're going to have to stand in the mirror and ask yourself, why didn't I listen, and what was I waiting on? Only you can decide that factor. So I just wanted to share that with you. I do believe things are moving towards coming to a head on multiple fronts. Dissatisfaction of where things stand right now in the country, the national debt, supply chain breakdown. More and more often there's disasters that are occurring. So you need to get yourself in a good position to be able to sustain and take care of your family with self-reliance. Only you can do it. We work as a group. We try to help communities get prepared. But when the day comes, you may possibly be on your own. And then you may be asking yourself why I didn't get prepared and why I didn't listen. If you have any questions, feel free to email me at preparedness101@protonmail.com. Come visit the website, www.hopeforsurvival.com. There's tons of information on there. We have all kinds of checklists. We have guidance, discussions. I've put probably 50 plus YouTube videos on the Hope for Survival YouTube page. I'm not doing this for myself. I'm doing it to try to help those who want to be helped, who may need help to get prepared. There's other things that I could be doing with my time, but I was blessed in my past life to get training and experience that I'm trying to share with you now. So it's your choice as to if you want to take it and use it, or if you want to ignore it. Just remember, when the day comes, it's going to be all on you. And I pray that you're not in that position. That's why I'm doing this video to you today. So until next time, stay safe and healthy, be blessed, and keep in touch. Bravo Echo out.